lightweight division is the talk of the town right now. So, okay, so who do we got? Well, let's do like a top 5 rankings right now in the lightweight division. So I've already told you, in my opinion, I think head-to-head, I think Shakur beats them all head-to-head. But Shakur hasn't spent enough time in the lightweight division to have a high enough ranking, right? So it's sort of like I have Terrence Crawford on my number 1 pound for pound, but I think Errol beats him head-to-head because Errol is a naturally bigger guy, right? So this is kind of the same situation here, where in a different facet, where I think Shakur is the best lightweight if he gets a chance to fight these guys head-to-head. I think he beats them all. But being that he only has one fight at lightweight, a very impressive win, no less, against Suishiro Yoshino, I think that he can't be number 1 or 2 or even 3 maybe. Okay, so obviously number 1 is Devin Haney. He's the undisputed lightweight champion. You can't disrespect that. He's number 1. Number 2, Gervonta Davis at this point. He's hot right now. And he's getting better and better. And he's undefeated. And he's got a great punching record too, like 29-0, 27 knockouts. That's a scary record. I think Shane Mosley had the same exact record.
I was gonna ask, can you remember anybody with that type of
I think
record?
Shane Mosley had the same exact record. I think at lightweight too. Yeah, at that time. If I'm not mistaken, I think he was 29-0, 27 knockouts. And
do you see any similarities?
Maybe even Prince Nassim Hamed. I don't know, but definitely Shane Mosley.
In their styles, do you see any similarities?
No. I think Gervonta is very similar to Floyd in his style, in that he pounces and he's out. And don't get me wrong, I mean, it's very hard to mimic Floyd in every way. Floyd is, talk about dimensions that Gervonta shows. Floyd has all the dimensions. But I think he's a harder punching. I hate to say poor man's Floyd, but I mean, can anybody be Floyd? I mean, everybody's a poor man's Floyd if you're going to compare him to Floyd, right? But Gervonta's really a really good fighter. Listen, I got him number 1 behind the champion Haney, right? So I got Haney 1 and Gervonta 2. 3, I got Lomachenko. He's got some good wins at lightweight. At one time, he had 3 of the 4 belts. Still has to be, still a guy who has to be dealt with. 4, I'm going to probably go with Stevenson at 4. He had a good entrance win at lightweight. Again, I think head-to-head, he probably beats all these guys, even though, again, it's getting trickier. Such a great performance by Gervonta can't just be undermined. But right now, he's got 1 fight at lightweight. So because he's only got 1 fight at lightweight, despite it's an impressive win over an undefeated guy, it's still a guy who I would put at 4. 5, I guess we got to go with Pitbull Cruz. Although, you know what, man? I mean, Jermaine Ortiz is impressive. Joseph Adorno is impressive, who has a draw with Jermaine Ortiz and probably a lot of the world hasn't seen yet. But I'm telling you, Joe Adorno is also a very impressive lightweight. He's from the Northeast. I think he lives in Florida now, but a kid from the Northeast who I know since around his pro debut, can punch, can fight. He's a Puerto Rican boxer, very, very good. I think you're going to hear about him. Him and Ortiz have a draw against one another. So I think from the perspective of having had bigger name fights and having gotten some results, Pitbull probably goes at 5, because he had a close shave with Gervonta, a good fight, close fight, and then he knocked out an old Gamboa, but still, he knocked him out. Not even Haney was able to knock him out, right? Not even Davis was able to knock him out, I think, or maybe Davis was able to get a stoppage in the last round. I don't know, but nonetheless, Pitbull steamrolled him, and then like I said, you probably go with Ortiz and Adorno. Maybe you go with Ortiz because he had the impressive fight against Lomachenko. He troubled him more. And then Adorno. They have a draw against one another. Adorno's still undefeated, but again, Adorno hasn't gotten to step up the way Ortiz was given a chance to step up in an impressive fashion. I mean, after that, is there other lightweights I can think of? I mean, not really, right? I mean,
no.
Not really that. I mean, I think Oscar Valdez is still at 130.
He's fighting Adam Lopez on that card.
Who? Oscar?
Yeah.
At 130?
They're in a rematch. Yeah.
At 130?
Yeah.
It's a nice fight.
Yeah.
Blue Nose. That's a good fight for Blue Nose. If it's a time to get Oscar, it's now. It's a rematch. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And is the tape out on him after Shakur?
I mean, I don't think Blue Nose can fight like that. But I think it's still a good fight. It's a good fight to watch. And also, Blue Nose will have known he can hang with him after the first fight.
Yeah, I mean, he knocked him down.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
did Shakur knock him down? I don't think so.
No, I don't think so. But Shakur won every second of the fight.
So
we don't need to knock him down at that point. When you dominate a guy so much that the fight gets boring, there's way too many levels. There's way too many levels differentiating you. But so those are my rankings right now. I think those are my lightweight rankings. I don't. What does everybody else think?
Now that Ryan and Tio moved up, or we assume that Ryan
has some guys, Ryan, these lightweight rankings are considering Ryan moved up. If Ryan didn't move up, I would put Ryan after Shakur, and then everybody else will move back one, right?
So it'd be 5th.
Yeah, he would be fifth. And then everybody else will move back one. But I think that's it. I mean,
That's solid. Yeah.
That's pretty solid.
Give
But
me
I
respect
still,
words, too.
you know, again, these are always debatable. I don't know how much of a debate you have here. I think I like my list. I think the way I listed it and the reason I gave, I think it's pretty good, you know. And of course, it could still change because now, you know, like I said, I mean, you got Lomachenko and Haney fighting head to
If
head.
Haney gets knocked out, how much did that change?
I mean, I'd be shocked if Haney gets knocked out. I mean, Lomachenko beats up on you, but at lightweight, even the guys he beats up on at lightweight,
Yeah.
he doesn't stop them. It was not like the smaller guys where he was just completely overwhelming them. And listen, still an older Loma. Like, I'm still curious about Loma too. Like I said, I mean, I've said that I'm curious about Haney. There's things about Loma that I'm curious about too. You know, it's a fight that's going to answer a lot of questions from both sides. You know, so it's a good fight. It's, for me, like I said, it's the Super Bowl of the lightweight division. But I'm looking forward to seeing it.